All right, guys, I'm here with Deer Meat for Dinner, Robert Arrington.
It's an honor to be here, by the way.
Right. Really cool. Love looking at your boat. Love seeing all the details. How have you been liking it? I've never ridden on a boat with like the hydrofoils like this cat boat.
So this boat is about 14 months old now, and when you first get on the boat, in your whole life, all the weight is down. You're an engineer, so you know, hey, well, there's a boat in the water.
Right.
We got down pressure.
Yeah.
Well, when this boat starts moving forward, at any speed, you start getting updraft. You start getting up pressure, so the boat becomes lighter. When you hit about 29 miles an hour, the boat literally, like, whoa, just becomes very light.
Yeah.
And that increases your hydrodynamics, that increases your fuel mileage. So when you come off a wave, instead of just slamming down, you automatically, as it goes into the next wave, it's lifting up. Right. So it makes your ride way smoother.
Yeah.
The cat boat, we have so much room on this boat that, I mean, whether we're diving or fishing, bottom fishing or trolling and diving, you know, up north we run a long way offshore. Well, maybe we want to go trolling, and then that doesn't work. So maybe we go bottom fishing.
Right.
Maybe that doesn't work. Well, now we're going to go diving, and we have enough room on here to store everything. Everything is flush mounted. There's a full tackle center back here that's hidden, that this opens up. So it's a very user-friendly boat, and with having just the two 300s back there, you have all the power in the world. You cruise about 42. You get about 1.5 on average.
Yeah.
And you know what? This is all I want, man. My family loves this boat.
Yeah. We got two 300s on our old contender. Suzuki's. Love them.
You work for Jim Lux, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, so Jim Lux, they made my shades back here, and the shades come on and off. That's amazing, especially like down in the Keys when it's burning hot outside. Now the whole cockpit is shaded. I love that. They made my dredge poles.
Yeah.
They even made a carbon fiber pole that's very light and very stout for my GoPros. So whether in the ground or when we're running, it's amazing. So Jim Lux, they made all my rod holders, all my hinges. Jim Lux is a huge part of this boat, and when I started working with them, I didn't know how amazing they were. When I was done building the boat and started using the boat, I found out how awesome they are.
Right, yeah.
You work for a good company.
Oh, thank you, I appreciate it.
Come under here.
You're gonna want to get this.
I just came off of sea trial. I was gonna do a full video.
Wow, it's nice looking in there.
I just came over here because whatever there is.
It's literally as, make yourself at home.
You're fine, you're fine. So, that's kind of like...
Wow, that is sweet. So clean. It was really cool getting to go out on Deer Meat for Dinner, Robert Arrington's cat boat, catamaran, his Insetta 35. I was really excited to ride this boat because this boat, unlike other cat boats, makes use of foils, like hydrofoils, to generate more lift and be more efficient and provide a better ride. I was real curious to what this boat would ride compared to some of the other cats and the monohull that I'm used to running, our 27 Contender. Besides the hull design, the boat had a lot of nice features. It felt like it had a good layout. Pretty neat how it had, you know, the space in the back. I liked the door in the middle. Pretty easy access, you know, easy to get back there if you're diving, getting in and out. He obviously had it set up for both fishing and diving. He had some spear gun holders and stuff right there at the transom. I like the dual live wells. I'm a big live bait fisherman, so multiple live wells is always great for me. I've actually only got one live well in our Contender, and I'd really like to have more. So that was a cool feature. In general, the layout was great, like looking around underneath. You know, some boats you look under the gunnels and, you know, because no one looks at them, they don't put much into it, and you can tell it's a little rougher. But this boat, it was nice in all the hatches. Everything looked good. It was definitely well thought of. You know, the details were considered with this boat. Had a lot of great hardware, cool rod holders, outriggers, some cool Jim Lux stuff. Definitely, you know, really well done. So we went out on this 35 Insetta, gonna do some test rides. There were 7 of us on board, 90 gallons of fuel. Looked like the live wells had water in them. So it was a pretty fair test, I felt like. I mean, you might have more fuel, but overall, it wasn't light by any means. We started out cruising, and I guess about when you get on the around 30 or so knots, that hydrofoil really starts kicking in, giving you the lift, kind of doing its job, so to speak. We were going 32 to 33 knots, which is almost 38 miles per hour, and we were getting 1.5, just a hair over 1.5 miles per gallon, which is really great for a 35-foot boat at that speed. Our 27 Contender, you know, going about 38, it's probably 1.7, 1.8, something like that. But it's, you know, a lot smaller. It's 30 foot versus 35 foot, a much bigger, wider cat boat. So that was pretty neat, pretty cool to see that kind of efficiency with those motors. We were going for about 4,300 RPMs. You know, not working the motors too hard, just a good overall cruising speed.
If you have any old regular boat, you want to have a super tall tunnel. Yeah. So that you don't have a ton of tunnel slap. Right. But that means at rest, like when you're going down to grab like a sailfish to release them, or you're doing anything, you're an extra like 2 feet. For sure. Because if you want to have a boat that has a flat deck, if your tunnel is this high, you don't really have any options. You have to be higher. So our tunnel is a whole lot lower at rest.
The tunnel is a huge tube.
Pretty neat, the ride. We took some hard turns. He did some different turns. That was kind of what I was curious about, cat boats turning, let alone a cat boat with a hydrofoil, and it turned really well. Like, I was kind of afraid, you know, we'd hit a wave on a hard turn and kind of like jerky and throw you around, but I didn't experience that. Turned pretty good, seemed to have a good sharp turn, and it felt pretty dry actually. I've been on some other cat boats, and I guess because they don't have the flare, you can get pretty wet on them things, but this boat was pretty dry. So limited experience. I haven't got a fish on it and spend, you know, several days on it, but just from that, it was riding pretty good and staying pretty dry. We were slowing down coming in, and when I say slower, we were going about 9 to 10 or so knots, which was a good fast speed for like trolling for wahoo. So it was neat seeing what the boat did at speeds like that, because if I was wahoo fishing, you know, that's kind of around there. It might be going a little faster for high speed, a little slower with bait, but it was cool to see how it did. Cat boats don't seem to plane, so to speak. I mean, some are planing cat boats, but whereas a V-hull, you kind of got that awkward period when you're not on plane, but you're trying to go fast. So sometimes high speeding on boats like that, they either want to jump up on plane, or they're kind of plowing, throwing a big weight, being real efficient and stuff like that. But generally with cat boats, it doesn't seem to have that issue as much. You can go pretty much any speed you want. They don't have that awkward planing mid-zone. Well, I appreciate let me check out the boat and all the information, and great channel, clean content, family friendly. I love that, so thank you. Appreciate it.
It's an honor to have you on the boat, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, you guys, subscribe to this channel. This guy's cool as the other side of the pillow. We go.
See you guys.